My name is Rick McCrank. I'm a professional skateboarder, and I live here in Vancouver.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you come here to Britannia Courts often, or?
Yeah. The courts is probably the place I skate the most.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Vancouver.
Amazing. Do you live around here, or?
I live not too far from here. Maybe it's like a 10-minute drive. Yeah, on Main Street. Yeah.
Sweet.
And yeah, I've been coming here kind of since the very early days of the courts when it was just like a couple boxes and stuff. It was like a slow burn of evolution for the courts. Like originally it was tennis courts, and then some bicycle polo people took it over and they made it that, and then some skaters kind of took over half the court, and then they just started taking over the whole thing. And I think there's a bit of drama with the bike polo guys, but they have their own place now. They got like a brand new facility, which is great.
It's always like that at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like, so we're like, yeah, I got here first.
It's a little territory thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's like, it's a tennis court though.
Right.
It's tennis people that can complain.
Yeah.
But yeah, so early days it was like that, and there were just some boxes and a couple little banks and stuff. And then I think I took a break for a while, and I came back, and there was a lot more going on, like community wise. Like somebody took initiative to build it up a little better.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the early days who to name for that. But yeah, and then just the space kind of grew and grew and grew, and I actually see it as like maybe the most diverse space in the city. Maybe like like I don't know how to put it. Like
Yeah, like people come here like from all different
yeah,
like, backgrounds.
every kind of person that's into anything that whatever, every sexual anything, or like I don't know. Everybody comes here, and they're all from different places, and they all call it home, which is really cool. Like it's inclusive. That's the word I'm looking for. Like the most inclusive space that I think I've ever been in, except for that there is one thing: is it's skateboarding. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have seen other like wheeled things come in here and people being weird about it, and I thought that was strange because it is an inclusive space. But anyway, so I don't know. For me, it's just like a really friendly community that I connect with really easily. And honestly, I've been skating for my whole life, and this is probably the most connected to like a community I've ever felt. Actually, the courts. Yeah. So.
Like, how do you think like it contrasts like when you were a kid and like maybe going to your local park?
Okay, so when I was a kid, I would go to some wooden skate parks. They weren't like DIY take over a space kind of thing, but back then it was a more aggressive culture.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I didn't get to go much. I didn't have money to pay to go in these places. So this place being free is insane. Like I know what it's like to just look through that fence and not be able to get in there. And I would go at night and then try to skate what I could they had chains. But I don't know, back then it was like wasn't very friendly. So I see now this place is like it's very friendly and accepting of anybody, and like you can see like there's people like me who are pro skaters here and people that are brand new, and they all mingle and kind of call it home. Yeah,
that's really cool. It's amazing to have like a place like that you can go and just like be yourself and skate. Because
I mean, I'm 47 and it totally changed who I am. Like I became more social here. I always went to find like empty places to skate because like I'm older now and I don't skate like I want to, so I don't want people to see me, but I still want to skate. Yeah. Because there's like a reputation involved with my job. So, but here I just like felt comfortable and didn't care. Yeah, I don't know.
That's amazing, place. Right? Yeah. That's amazing because like either like for you that you've been like doing that for your whole life, and like maybe someone that is like just new and approaching to this sport, and it can be like a little bit like scary just to like and like just coming here and like finding a cool safe spot that you can do.
I mean, for people that are starting here, I've seen people like start from zero here, and they're like I see them find their community and their space and their happiness and their release and all that. Like, and I think it's really beautiful. It doesn't have to last forever, but it's like the current state it's in is pretty great. Yeah.
The best things like don't last longer. Don't last
They might,
forever.
or they might not, but just like, I try to like appreciate the moment I'm in. And right now it's like really beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about the collaboration with Girl?
Okay. Yeah. So my sponsor, Girl Skateboards, did this program where they did these boards for each city, like kind of all over the world, really. And for the Vancouver one, we decided to do one that didn't say Vancouver, but it said Britannia Courts.
Yeah.
And proceeds will go to the courts for building and repairing and things like that. And so far it's been really well accepted. Yeah.
Maybe it just came out, right?
Yeah, just dropped like a few days ago. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I gotta actually have to get one. Yeah.
That's really cool. And like, so is this like a crowdfunding kind of project? Like, are you gathering funds? Like,
Courts does like fundraising things, and people donate a lot of time and things to it. Yeah. And there's I think a group of people that are on a board for courts, which is like pretty cool for something that was just sort of like taken over, and now it's sort of accepted by the school board. They like it, the city likes it. Like this place is always being used, and it's always safe. I've heard a lot of stuff about like stuff going around in the neighborhood lately, and I haven't seen any of it here. Like as far as like negative things. Right. Yeah.
That's really cool, especially like when so Vancouver has like a lot of like problems of like kind of a lot of people that don't have a house.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's people that are unhoused that skate here. Yeah. There's a guy here right now. He's like schizophrenic. He used to live right here in a tent, but now he's got a place, and he's always had this place for him to be and have a community still. He wasn't like in like a terrible situation. So I don't know. That's where, like, because I've been here for a lot, so I've just been seeing a lot, and a lot of like troubled people that get to come here. There's this kid that skates here, and there's a lot of violence going on in the teenage world right now, and people with knives and stuff. And his mom will like take him here and drop him off, and then leave, and then pick him up. But he can't wander around the areas, but he's safe here, So I don't know. It's like a really special place. And obviously there's like a bit of like politics and drama within the people that want to like, I want it this way and that way and this way and that way, but that's normal. That's just life.
Yeah. It's just like humans, like getting organized, right?
Yeah, exactly. Any DIY is like that. Yeah. Like it's gnarly.
That's amazing.
But I think this is a beautiful place. We're like surrounded by nature, and like a growing farm next door, like garden, and kind of try to work together with the gardeners and stuff. And yeah.
It's amazing, like that you can just like pass time here, like other like we could go to bars and shit,
Oh, yeah.
But like we having like a great time here.
We're here spending our days outdoors amongst friends and new people, and learning new things. I don't know. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm really happy it's here.
Amazing. So how this like project with Girl happened? Like,
well, how did the Girl project happen? Yeah. I actually don't know. I just saw it come out. I know that Michelle, I own a skate shop here called Antisocial, and Michelle, my business partner, well, she runs it. It's her place, but she kind of, I think, was the person that made it say Britannia Courts and stuff like that. So yeah, she thought it was a good idea to raise a bit of funds for it. Yeah, but yeah, Girl just wanted to give back to the community that supported them, so they made boards for different towns all over the world and say thank you. Yeah, it's always good to say thanks.
That's really amazing.
Yeah.
Can you maybe give a piece of advice to people that that are into skateboarding? Maybe they're trying to like put their skills to maybe become like make that a career on their own, so what would you say to them, like these guys that are trying to,
like advice to somebody that wants to maybe take skateboarding as a career.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you have to really enjoy what you're doing because it's so hard and it's really bad on your mental health to try to get to that level unless you're balanced in some way. One is that you're enjoying yourself sometimes. And it's like, if it gets too intense, so you take breaks and stuff like that. But in this sort of, what's the word I'm like, in this like sort of skate economy, I really recommend like giving it like 5 years and also thinking about other futures, because it's like not a lot of pros make any money anymore. Like when I was younger, I made a decent amount of money and I raised my daughter and things were good. And then now I see like pro skaters with side jobs. You know what I mean? It's just sort of maybe a saturated market, but I worry that people might get left behind if they just don't have at least an idea of what they want to get into after, and like just accept that it might not always work out. But that might be a little pessimistic, but
No, but it's the truth.
it's the reality of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like the things that we don't know actually. Like
Yeah.
we can just like look up like to maybe get to be in the industry, but
Yeah.
like, we don't know like
And honestly, just know it's a lottery, and pretty much like there are so many people that could be pro skaters that are just not, and I don't know why. There's only a certain amount that can be in the game, I guess, but it's just you got to vibe with the right people and just try to be like respectful of everybody, and that goes a long way. Yeah, there's a lot of people that could have been pro skaters that would get in the tour van, and then the whole group would be like, no, like we can't like support this person with this attitude, you know. Like there's some, it's unfortunate, but just like you gotta don't be a dick.
yeah, because there's the other part, right? Like because we care so much about like how good we are on the board,
Yeah.
but maybe that get lost.
There's skateboarding is like a physical activity, but it is also a social activity. So you have to have social skills in some way, and some people just don't because of whatever their brain does. But just try not to be an asshole.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And then yeah, and it doesn't need to be a social thing. I'll come here and like keep my head down and just skate as hard as I can and then leave without saying hi sometimes. So it's therapy.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, right? It's
Yeah.
an individual sport, but also like a circle sport.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. It's hard to unpack what skateboarding is. I think like Rodney Mullen just talked about it for 45 minutes, but I don't know what he said. But yeah.
Well, thank you so much
Yeah, my pleasure.
for answering these questions. And if you wanna just like maybe say something to the people that are watching this right now.
I don't know, just if you're new to skating, welcome. If you've been doing it for a while, you get it. And if it doesn't work out for you, I hope something else does. But thanks for your time.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, easy.